Hey guys, Mike Cassette here with Remax. Happy to be making more videos for you guys. This is the first time ever since I've had two kids that they've both been in daycare. It's been fantastic. Now with a little bit of a slowdown in the market, I'm able to produce more content and give you my opinions and thoughts online or wherever you're viewing this instead of having to do one-on-one consultations. So I'm excited to be doing more of these. So the reason I'm making this video, and the reason I've got a Texans jersey here is because the Texans surprised the NFL and all the guys in Vegas. They were projected to be the worst, if not one of the worst football teams in the NFL this season. And they showed up and played football yesterday and surprised everyone. Left a lot of people scratching their heads saying, man, how did we miss that one? Well, kind of like this summer in the market, people are freaking out because of the high prices, the overlist price, $100,000, waiving contingencies, waiving appraisals, all of that stuff has gotten a bad taste in people's mouths. Well, I'm here to tell you that is changing. But now we're gonna see a window of opportunity with inventory and mortgage rates like something that we haven't seen in a year and a half. You won't believe that 6 months ago, I would have told you this wouldn't have happened, but last night I wrote a contract for a property in Central Austin, north of Slaughter, between Ben White and Slaughter, Mopac and I-35 for under $350,000. Nice property, move-in ready. It was the only offer on the table. My guys only had to put 5% down, less than $20,000 they got to bring to closing. They got full contingencies, full appraisals. We got over 2 weeks financing. All of those things, and that happened 6 months ago. You would have told me that, said there would have been 8 to 10 offers, probably would have gone for $80,000 over list price. And probably had to do an appraisal waiver. Bringing us back to a time we haven't seen before. Now, of course, that's not everywhere. Not all over the map is that happening, but it's happening again. Mortgage rates. There's several things that push the mortgage rates up. Employment, inflation, real estate demand, mortgage demand, push rates up. Way more factors than I want to go into. But these are the prevalent ones that the Fed is worried about that are affecting our daily lives. The COVID Delta variant, Fed is very worried about that. The securities buyback. The Fed is buying back $120 billion of their own securities and debt and bonds and mortgage-backed securities every month. The Fed, the foreign investment in U.S. debt. The Fed is trying to meet a level of unemployment level and inflation level. It's a very delicate balance. So at some point, they meet every 8 weeks. At some point, they're going to have to withdraw some of this investment in order to raise the federal rate, which is, inflation is putting the most pressure on it right now. The Delta variant is scaring the Fed, potentially causing the employment rate to slow down and the economy to come back slower than they had projected. So that buys us some time. We've got the Edwards Jones, Merrill Lynch, and Northwestern Mutual guys I spoke with at the end of last week and this weekend, all give me about the same projection of what they believe is going to be happening. And that is that this next meeting, the next Fed meeting, September 21st through 22nd, they are not going to pulling back any of this investment. Because when they start saying, hey, we feel comfortable with the projections, we're gonna start removing some of this $120 billion so we can get to a point where they've already announced they're going to raise the federal rate in 2022, when in 2022 that went from December to middle of the year, now back in the fall, we don't know. And we've got November and December meetings, right? Well, eventually they're going to have to do this. Inflation is coming. The economy may, that's a big question mark. It's November 2nd and 3rd, and the meeting after that, December 14th and 15th. Now, why is that important? Well, we're going to look at inventory here. This is the inventory since July. Look at this. Crazy. It's like an upside down volcano or iceberg or something. Well, here we are today. This is August, and this is inventory today. So this is the cyclical nature of the market. You can see September to October kind of planes out, and November, December. Now this is 2020. Outside of 2020, you can see the November, December timeline drops off inventory, right? Well, a lot of people take their homes off the market for the holidays and keep it off till mid-February. This gives them a 90-day period to reset their days on market clock. So that's part of the factor. Part of the factor is a lot of people like to travel. A lot of people have family coming in. A lot of people want to redecorate, remodel, do construction projects. Anyway, all those factors take into account this drop off. Well, if come November and December, the Fed meets and they say, hey, we're going to pull back some of this money, mortgage rates, that announcement itself is going to raise mortgage rates. Probably about 1/8 of a point. It'll be incremental. The inventory from November, December, January, February, and even first beginning of March is still going to be very low. So now you're going to have rates going up with low inventory, and by the time we get to April, May, June, July, we're going to be well into the Fed's withdrawal of their money, and or they've already started pumping that federal rate back up because of inflation. The point I'm trying to drive home is scenarios like last night can and will happen. The inventory is there. We know right now we have a window of 10 weeks really of guaranteed low rates with a decent amount of inventory at a low buyer demand. So if you want to take advantage of this window, here it is. Don't come February, March and say, man, there's a lot of properties on the market I could have chose from and I would have got a lot better rate had I jumped on it earlier. So that's why I'm making this video. Cheers to you guys. Hope you have a great week. I'll be shooting more videos. I'll chat with you soon.